Ho 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 and Merry Christmas everybody! Today we are talking drugstore holiday palettes. If you want to see how these measure up, just stay tuned. If you guys have been following along the channel, then you know a couple of weeks ago we found these awesome holiday gift sets at the Dollar General store. It is Profusion and LA Colors, so I'm sure other places probably have these as well, but I know for a fact you can get these at Dollar General. I wanted to pick these up and test them out for you. I have done a couple of different makeup looks, and so far you guys have seemed to be pretty pleased. I've worn those makeup looks in a couple of different videos, and I've had several comments about the look of the colors. So we're going to talk about these today and see just how they measure up all the way around and see which ones may be worth buying and which ones you might want to leave on the shelf. The first one that we're going to talk about today is this little 5-piece set from LA Colors. This 5-piece set is only $3 and it comes with a little eyeshadow palette that has 6 colors in there. It has 2 glosses, 1 eyeliner pencil, and it does have a little sponge applicator, which if you're like me, most of the time those little sponge applicators just go right in the garbage anyway, unless you're using them for your new holographic foiled chrome nail polish powders. So let's just talk about the little pieces that are in here. The one thing that I'm not quite happy with on this palette is it is very cheaply made. And the quality is not very good there at all, you guys. The actual quality of the shadow is not bad. It is a little more on the powdery side than what I like to use, but the color payoff is pretty good and it can be built up pretty easily. The only thing about this is that there really is only one true matte shade. The black or the darkest color, I think it's really like more of a real deep gray. That one is matte, and the dark brown beside it I thought was matte, but when I got that on my eyes, it is still just a little bit more on the shimmery side. So not extremely happy with the fact that all 6 of these colors are a little more on the shimmery side, because if you have mature eyes like me, we need those matte colors in our creases, ladies. So if you're younger and you like the kind of shimmery shades, then you're probably going to like that, or if you're buying that for someone who is a little bit younger. I myself just definitely prefer to have mattes in my palettes. It does come with a black eyeliner pencil. The pencil is fantastic. It is very creamy. It's not waterproof, so it's not going to stay all day, but it is very creamy. The consistency is nice, and I'm pretty happy with that. And then of course it comes with the 2 glosses, and I'm very happy with the glosses, I have to say. They're not extremely thick or greatly pigmented, as is to be expected with any kind of gloss, but there is some color to it. So if you're just looking for a real light tint that's not a real deep intense color, then I think that you're gonna like these. Overall, my assessment of this little palette, for just $3, I think that's a pretty good deal. If you're looking for just a stocking stuffer, or maybe you need like one extra little present underneath the tree, then yeah, I think that that's pretty much worth the $3. There could have been a little bit more improvement if it would have had a few more matte shades, but you're only getting 6 colors, and so it's expected that these are going to complement the collection you already have. So in that case, yeah, I would definitely say that's worth the $3. The next one that we're going to talk about is also from LA Colors. This is the Insta Glam collection little makeup kit, and it does have 20 pieces. It's a little bit deceptive when it says 20 pieces across the front there, because like with all of these other kits that I'm going to show you, each individual item, including a palette, is considered one piece. But in this little kit, that's not true. I picked this up expecting 20 separate things, and that's just not how it is. It actually is considering this whole palette, which has 12 colors. Each color is considered an individual piece, and then it's also including this little 2-piece blush set as 2 separate pieces. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these little palettes, that you're not going to get 20 individual pieces. It's 20 different items as far as products you use. A little confusing there. Now let's talk about this palette. This particular palette in the LA Colors collection is definitely a lot better made than the one that I just showed you that was only $3. Definitely much better quality on the little packaging here, which I liked a lot. Again though, the one thing that I'm a little dissatisfied with this little piece is that it doesn't have a good range of matte shades. Out of 12 colors, you would think that they could have offered us just a few more matte colors. The deep purple on the end as well as the dark charcoal gray is semi-matte, not extremely matte, but it is more matte than the rest of them. Is about the only two real matte shades that are in there. Some of the other ones are kind of in between matte and a little shimmery, so you could get by with them as a matte, but that's again my disappointment with this palette. But I absolutely love the shinier colors for on top of the lid and even on the inside there in that tear duct area. Love those. They did go on beautifully well. They wore very well. Now keep in mind, I do use an eyeshadow primer, so I'm not sure how well these are going to perform just on the skin without primers, because I always use a primer because my lids are super oily, but they wear fantastically well. And they look very, very pretty. Again, they are just a little bit on the powdery side, but not so powdery that I wouldn't want to use them. I've actually been pretty happy creating some cool toned looks with this one. This palette also does come with a little duo set for your blushes, and both of these colors are extremely pretty. They do wear very well, and I have to say, they are very highly pigmented, so be very careful when you're applying these. Next up in the kit, it does come with an eyeliner as well, and again, I really did enjoy this little eyeliner. Got a good long wear out of it, nice and creamy, and the application is very smooth, and it does come with a black mascara. I was not happy with this mascara personally. It's a little bit too wet for me, if you understand what I mean there. And it's not waterproof so far as I can tell. It doesn't say that it is, and it doesn't wear like it is, because non-waterproof mascaras will weight your lashes down, and I already have enough trouble keeping mine up. I have to have a waterproof, so I was not happy with the mascara, but some of you may love it if you have naturally long curly lashes already and you don't need a waterproof, or if you enjoy your formula being just a little bit more on the wet side, then you probably will love it. This little kit also does come with its own little pencil sharpener, which I thought was a nice little bonus. It does also come with a lipstick, and it was a beautiful color. I really did enjoy the lipstick a lot. It wears typical as any other LA Colors lipstick, not too bad, and it does last a good while until the first time you go to eat or lick those lips, but it is a beautiful color. And then it does also come with a nail polish. I have not tried this particular polish yet because my nails are in horrible shape, you guys, but I have used LA Colors before, and I am sure that it's probably going to live up to the quality that LA Colors is known for, which is absolutely nice. Although I think they were a little bit deceptive with saying this was 20 pieces, overall I think it is a great value for $5. You are getting a 12-piece eyeshadow palette, 2 blush colors, a lip color, a nail polish color, a liner, and a mascara. You have everything you need in here to do a full face besides the foundation and powder. So in that case, I absolutely think it is worth that $5. The next item that I have for you is this set from LA Colors. This is the lip gloss set. There are 8 lip lust colors in here. Actually, there are 7 colors and 1 clear. And I love the fact that it included a solid clear gloss, because sometimes we may feel in a little bit of a matte mood, apply a matte lip color, and then get out the door and decide we want to gloss it up. So I always love having clear glosses around, and happy to have this in this set. These colors are beautiful. There is a nice array of colors here. You do have some nude colors, moving all the way up into the deep reds for the holidays and that purple shade. Again though, keep in mind that these colors are glosses, so they're not super opaque. No gloss usually is. These are typically made just to add a slight hint of color if you want to go with a little bit more minimalist look, or to add over top of a lip color to give it a nice vibrant shine, maybe deepen it up just a little bit. The quality on these are very nice. I am very pleased with the quality of these. They're not super thin like a lot of glosses can be, but they're not so thick that they feel disgusting on the lip. They're not sticky in my opinion, and I am enjoying these. The smell is so nice. It is like a buttery vanilla kind of smell is the only way that I know how to describe it, but I have enjoyed the fragrance of these quite a bit. So that's always a bonus when we're putting products around this area, because if we gotta smell it, it may as well smell nice. This 8-piece set for the lip colors is ringing in at $5, and yes, I absolutely think it is worth that. That makes each one of these less than $1 a piece, and so absolutely, I think that's a good deal. The next little set that I have for you is this one from Profusion. I did purchase the one that had the vibrant, cool, turquoise, teal colors and more kind of in the cooler range for most of these colors. There are a few warm colors in there, but mostly it's pretty cool. It does also come with an eyeliner pencil and a little sponge applicator, and there are 10 colors in all. It does come with an eyeliner pencil. I have used this pencil. It is a very nice quality. It goes on smoothly. It's nice and creamy, and it is pretty long wearing. So I have been happy with that little pencil. And I have to tell you, I am absolutely in love with these colors, you guys. I love this little palette. The one thing that I'm not super crazy about is that you can see here that the colors do have a little bit of a glitter flake to them, or so they appear. However, what I have noticed is that when you get down past that very top layer, the glitter is pretty much gone. The rest of the shadow underneath there is a pretty shimmery color. It doesn't go completely matte with that top layer gone, but it is deceptive in the fact when you pick this up, you're thinking that you're going to be having a pretty much glittery little eyeshadow for the holidays, and when that top layer is gone, it's not so glittery anymore. But it does still have a beautiful finish to it, and I absolutely am loving the color ranges here. So gorgeous. Absolutely in love with it. Out of all the ones that I'm going to show you today, this one has probably been my favorite. It's $5 for the 10 colors, which of course makes them 50 cents each, and that's a nice bit of product. Look how big that pan is right there for 50 cents. Plus, it's like you're getting the eye pencil for free. So definitely a great value, and probably if I could only pick one of the things that I'm going to show you today for a stocking, this one would have to be it for me, because I am loving these colors. The next one that I want to talk to you about is this gorgeous thing right here. This is the contour palette from Profusion. This does have that beautiful black matte cover to it. It feels like a real soft vinyl. So very pretty. Absolutely love the rose gold lettering. Very, very pretty packaging. When you open this up on the inside, let me see if I can keep from blinding you guys with that mirror. Look what you're getting. You're getting 8 powders, this full-size mirror, and you're also getting that 3-piece brush set. Absolutely fantastic on what is included in here. I am loving the ferrules on these, you guys. It is like a copper with a black handle and just so sleek and sophisticated looking. Absolutely love that. The actual quality of the brushes is quite nice. I really do like the quality of these brushes. So if you're going to be able to have just a little small set, this does apply nice with highlighters or contours. You can actually even use that for your blush if you know how to work with it and blend it on in. It gives you 2 different sizes of the brushes for your face as well. It could be deceptive thinking these look like eyeshadow brushes, but because this is a contour palette, these are meant to use with contouring, like right down the bridge of the nose, or maybe even to sculpt a little more definition in here. And this of course can be used to pack some of those lighter powders right up underneath the eyes. Love the brushes for sure. I do like the range of colors that this palette offers. You do have 2 highlighter colors up there, and you do have 2 here that can be considered bronzers, contour shades. This third one can actually pass for that as well, a little bit on the lighter side. And then you have these powders here that can be used as regular face powders or to add just a little bit of brightness to certain areas of your face. So a nice variety of shades and colors in here. These are definitely warmer here, but this one here does pass as a cool tone contour, which is what I need. Warm colored ones make me look orange, and I don't care for those at all. So I do like that there is a variety in here. A little bit disappointed in the 2 highlighters. Whenever I got the lightest one on, there just was not much highlight going on. It almost like disappeared right into the face. So I did have to overlay that one with the second one. And when I put the 2 on together, that did give a pretty good amount of glow, but definitely not what I'm used to with the Becca or the Urban Decay and different highlighters such as that's concerned. So a little bit disappointed on those highlighters, but they still work somewhat okay that it's giving you a little color. You may just have to build it up a little bit. But I did love the other shades in this palette. This particular palette here is $10, and that's not too bad. You are getting 8 of the powder shades, and you're getting a 3-piece brush set, and of course you've got that mirror in there. So overall, $10 is not a bad price for this. So that brings us to the Profusion Face Kit. Loving again that matte black, and this time we have that beautiful silver foil. So pretty. I really am loving the packaging on these kits, you guys. So pretty. When I open this one up, look at all that gorgeousness. Has that full mirror over here on this side as well, and we're getting 24 eye colors, you guys. 24. That's incredible. On this other side over here, we do have 3 blush colors. We do have a bronzer, a contour, and a highlighter. There is a brow wax right here, 2 brow colors, and then 3 of your cream lip colors. In this palette, you also do have the little brush that can act as a highlighter brush. There's a sponge applicator. There is one of these teeny tiny little pencils that you can use for those lip colors. And then of course it does come with an eyeliner. The eyeliner on here works very nice. This little brush actually doesn't work too bad when you're using it for your highlighter. Enjoy that. The lip brush is okay, but we all know how I already feel about those sponge applicators. Now let's talk about the quality of these powders, you guys. I love them. These powders are definitely a better quality than the powders that we saw earlier in the LA Colors kits. These are not near as powdery, so I appreciate that because there's not near as much fallout or as much powder flying around in the air as I'm getting ready. I do love that nice array of colors. There are some matte colors, there are some shimmery colors, you do have some warm tone and some cool tone. The range of colors is fantastic and absolutely love that. Out of the 24 colors, I have already tried probably at least half of them, and I haven't found one yet that I don't enjoy. I really do love them, and I love the fact that it gives you a nice balance between mattes and shimmers, because that is always important to me. Cream lip products work just like we would expect them to. Nice there. I wasn't real satisfied with the brow products only because these are warmer tones, and warmer tones just don't look good on me, you guys, but the actual product itself is a good product. So if you lean more towards needing these warm tone colors, you're gonna love it. Absolutely. I do very much enjoy the contour. I am actually wearing that in this look today, and I'm also wearing this highlighter today. Not sure how well the camera's gonna pick that up, but I do very much enjoy both of those. Today I also do have on the lightest blush in this kit here, this real pretty soft baby pink, and I'm happy with that. Not too much negative that I can say about this kit, in all honesty, except for that sponge applicator. Everything else in this kit I have been enjoying. Absolutely love it. Love the array of colors. Love the array of textures in there. And I love the fact that, again, you've got your contour, your bronzer, your blushes, you've got your highlighter, and all of your shadows, everything that you need right here in this kit. It even offers you some lip colors and an eye pencil. The only thing you don't have in here, of course, is your foundation, your powder, and your mascara. But other than that, everything you need right here in one palette. Because this little face kit comes with your highlighter, bronzer, and contour, this kit here would really be unnecessary if you're going to buy them both. And in my opinion, if you can only get one or the other, these are $10 each. So if you had to choose just one, then my personal opinion is that the face one is going to be better because it gives you stuff for your eyes, your cheeks, your lips, and of course those brows. So it's more all-encompassing for the same $10 as this one. So just to recap briefly, do I think this is worth the $3? Yes, I absolutely do think it's worth the $3. Just keep in mind that the casing on that is a little bit of a cheaper quality. Absolutely love the lip gloss set for just $5. Super fantastic buy on that. I really did enjoy this little set here for just the $5. You're getting everything again, your blush, your eye colors, a mascara, a nail polish color, and a lipstick. Definitely a good value for $5. Of course, you guys know I love this one, probably my favorite one out of all of them because I am enjoying playing with these bold, bright colors. Definitely worth the $5 on that one. The contour kit is worth $10. I do believe that it is worth that purchase price. I love the packaging, love the quality, all except the highlighters, a little shaky on that, but overall a very good value. And I absolutely love this face palette. So if you can only get one of the two palettes for that $10 purchase price, I highly recommend this one over that one because, again, you're getting more of a well-rounded variety of products in here and can use them for more than just sculpting the face. Just wanted to bring this to you today because I wanted to show you guys that you don't have to go out there and spend huge amounts of money to get some good quality products. All of us would love to have those expensive $60, $70 products that are out right now at places like Ulta, Sephora, or MAC, but you don't have to have those kind of palettes to get a very nice look. So if you're like me and live on a very limited budget, don't hesitate to check out the products that are at your local drugstores. Again, all the things that I've shown you here today came from the Dollar General, but I'm sure you can pick them up at other places as well. Most of these were the Profusion and LA colors, and as always, those products lived up to exactly what I expected. They are super great bargains for the purchase price. So I hope that helps you out. Hope that gives you a few choices to fill those stockings up, put a few extra presents under the tree, or if you just need a quick little gift for someone that you work with or maybe go to church with, these would be some great products to include. I want to thank all of you so very much for watching. I hope you are having a great holiday season. I'll see you soon in the next video.